What is going on, guys? So I'm sitting here with with my coffee. I watched them. No soy. Notice how the beard's starting to grow back just a little. It's a bit of a chilly morning, and I gotta say I'm loving this hoodie. But for those of you in Australia, you would have heard of 9 Honey. Now, Channel 9 is one of the major news stations, and 9 Honey is so basically in Australia we've got, say for example, Channel 9, and they've got they'll have like a channel called Gem, and they'll have 9 HD, and then they've got 9. There's like a number of different TV channels that come under the one station through digital TV, and 9 Honey is one of those. And 9 Honey is basically a women's only channel, made specifically and only to serve the interests of women. And that's cool. That's cool. If you want to have your own channel, that's fine. But I gotta tell you, this station just never fails to disappoint when it comes to content. And I've had 2 Valentine's Day videos in a row. So if you, in Australia, we're done with Valentine's Day, but it's still going in America. And I'm gonna post up a photo on my community channel very shortly, showing someone doing some last minute simping that I caught last night. But this video today is called The Most Disappointing Valentine's Day of My Life. Now, I apologize for the background noise, but I know you can still hear me clearly, so bear with me. After years of being single, Valentine's Day 2017 was going to be my first February 14th as a taken lady. And to say I was excited was an understatement. My now ex-boyfriend and I had been together almost a year, and I couldn't wait to see what he'd had planned for the most romantic day of the year. He didn't have the best track record when it came to planning dates, having taken me to casual dinners only a handful of times, but I hoped this would be different. Now, I don't think the onus should be on men to plan things on Valentine's Day. In fact, I would have happily planned a full day of romance for us if he'd let me. So you mean he told you that you couldn't do it? I find that hard to believe. But he was constantly telling me that when I planned things, it made him feel like he wasn't good enough and emasculated him, so I'd held back. Instead, I'd mentioned plenty of things I was keen to do, suggested a few date ideas, and even told him about a new outfit I was dying to wear for a nice meal out, hoping that my hints would help him come up with something special. I figured it was Valentine's Day, and being a little old-fashioned, he'd wanted to take the lead and plan something amazing. When my boyfriend woke up at around 10 AM, I'd already been awake for a few hours, but I waited happily as he meandered to the kitchen and cooked some, frankly, terrible pancakes. Breakfast at a local cafe would have been nicer, but I told myself it was the thought that counts as I forced down pancakes the consistency of clag glue. I figured the lackluster breakfast must have meant we had plans for lunch, or maybe a nice dinner at a nearby restaurant I'd been dying to try for a while, so I was happy to enjoy a quiet morning at his place. That is until... "So what do you want to do?" he asked nonchalantly. I put on a smile and, thinking this must have been the moment he would reveal his romantic Valentine's Day plan, said, "Whatever you like." By the way, Eric, email me. I will hopefully be able to help you out with that. Let's just watch some movies and chill then, he said, and went up to set Netflix on his living room TV. What? I sat in bed with my cold, gluggy pancakes and wondered, hoped even, that this was an elaborate ruse. Maybe he was trying to trick me into thinking we were having a boring day in, only for him to surprise me with a wonderful date later. The old bait and switch. So I cozied up on the couch and waited for the big reveal. And waited. And waited. 6 hours later, as I watched him eat his second foot-long Subway sub in front of the TV, I accepted that this was all he had to offer. Fast food and movie reruns. How romantic. Now, I'm not knocking a movie date. For some people, this would have been the perfect Valentine's Day. But after weeks of telling him exactly what I was hoping for, it was insanely disappointing. Insanely disappointing to realize he just hadn't bothered. He fully intended to just sit there on the couch and chow down on fast food when and here's the key point, when all I wanted, right? It's all about me, right? It's all about the woman on Valentine's Day. It's not about the guy or what he wants to do, which is just fucking relax for a day. And all I wanted was to do something special. So you wanted something special for you. What about him? What was in it for him? Oh, that's right, nothing. Something special for a change. And the worst part is that I could have and would have planned something amazing for us if he'd only let me. And I'm sure he would have been the one left with the bill. Valentine's Day is about showing the person you love just how special they are to you. Oh, I thought that was every day, not just Valentine's Day. But hey, you bought into the commercialization. But all he was showing me was that he couldn't be bothered even making a lunch reservation at a restaurant down the road. Sure, I could have jumped into action and planned something for us then and there, but why would I bother when it was already so clear that he didn't give a damn either way? Well, if it's all about you, and it's your special day, and it's what you wanted, and how about you fucking plan it, and then you pay for it? That'd be a nice change for a guy for once. We broke up a few months later, and though there were many, many, many reasons for our relationship eventually ending, I can safely say Valentine's Day definitely gave me a little kick in the it's over direction. Oh man. So good. Seriously guys, we are putting the biggest spanner in the works of Valentine's Day and just the whole dating and marriage world, right? The impact we are having is enormous. We're bringing back and restoring some balance because we are the prize and MGTOW is freedom. And speaking of freedom, let me show you something which makes me feel incredibly free. This bad boy. Do you know how much? Do you know how much joy that gives me? Do you know how much joy that this bike gives me? It gives me a lot of joy. And Igor MGTOW, I would love to do a hangout stream with Portuguese MGTOW. So flick me an email, sydneymgtow@gmail.com. And guys, yes, I know some of you are just coming in. It is still Sydney. I just had some really dry skin, had some, because the environment I work in is really dusty and we got like metal shavings and stuff. Someone was getting into my beard and like, because it was quite thick, you couldn't really get it out, even though I was washing it and doing all that stuff, which is a pain in the ass. Papa MGTOW, you got a CBR, my brother, another rider. Anyway guys, for those of you in Toronto and Canada, I know it's pretty cold right now, so if you want to get your hands on one of these super comfy Sydney hoodies, head on over to represent.com/store/Sydney MGTOW. The link is in the description below. But to everyone else, I hope you've enjoyed the last 2 days of entertainment around Valentine's Day. I appreciate you all. I will catch you in the next video. If you want to donate, paypal.me/Sydney MGTOW. There's also, I've got Patreon as well. And there's other ways to donate, like by crypto and whatnot. But if you don't want to do that, that's totally cool. But if you could share this video, smash the thumbs up, and comment on it after this live stream is finished to get it trending, I'd really appreciate it. Anyway guys, I'm out here for now. Until next time, peace.